January 1806. A new year brings a new war between France and a coalition of enemies. France and its ally, Denmark, clashed against the Swedes and Octavian allies in battle. In this first bloody engagement, the Danish held their ground, thanks to crucial commands from Marshal Unique. The army of the Ardennes under Liam couldn't decisively breach the enemy lines, and the battle ended in an unexpected stalemate. Now, after a week to rest and recover, Emperor sluh'z decides for this battle to deploy the Imperial Guard, the most feared troops in Europe, including Prince Imperial's Guard cavalry, while the Danish send their best troops to reinforce it. The French Imperial Guard includes some of the most renowned players in conquest. Among them, Augustus, a sharp cavalry player. H7, a veteran player, though currently past his prime. Mi6, commander of the Young Guard and feared infantry player, commanding the army's vanguard. Liam, the Marshal of the Ardennes, one of the most energetic lancer players in Europe, commanding the army's center. Brusilov, Liam's right-hand man, charismatic and very trusted, commanding the army's right flank. Sith, a tough hussar player, promoted to Old Guard, and recently awarded the title of Best Infantry and Mixed Loadout Player in Conquest, leading the army's hussars. Weiss, the King of Bavaria, a seasoned and experienced cavalry player, commanding a cavalry corps in the French sector. Imperial Eagle, considered the best lancer player in Conquest. The Crown Prince of France is commanding his elite lancers on the Danish flank. And the French Emperor himself, sluh'z. Though not directly commanding troops, he will oversee the entire army. On the morning of January 17, 1806, the French army is marching towards the Pratzen Hills. A dense fog surrounds the battlefield, so much so that even the French themselves could not see the end of their line. The coalition knows that French troops are marching. The sound of French drums can be heard in the distance. Therefore, they decide to hold firm in a solid defensive position. A formidable hill, with the castle of Sokolnitz on the coalition's right flank. A stream running along the hill, with only a few points to cross. By choosing this position, the coalition hopes to divide the French and Danes into smaller groups, and then counterattack one of these groups in force. They well know the reputation of the Imperial Guard, so they plan to focus everything against the Danes. The battle begins at 7 AM, as the Swedish batteries open fire on the French columns of Marshal Liam. Minutes later, they see Danish colors on top of Emperor's Hill. As both sides deploy, the cannons, one by one, join the great artillery duel. On the right flank, Brusilov's infantry secures Krichen, while on the left flank, Swedish and Polish troops cross the river into the heights to attack the Danish flank. The Octavians capture the village of Puntowitz, threatening both flanks of the Danish flank. The far Danish left is forced to fold, under heavy pressure from grenadiers and dragoons. To support them, Sith decides to commit his own grenadiers of the Old Guard. More and more Allied troops cross the river into the village of Pratzen, with heavy fighting on the Danish center. On the left, dragoons and hussars fight a massive cavalry battle. Then the infantry of both sides begins to charge. In a great melee, the Swedes force their way, with heavy losses. This setback threatens the entire Danish line with a flanking attack. But as the Danish flank stabilizes near the top of the heights, the Young Guard fights its way into Sokolnitz Castle, capturing it and threatening to roll up the coalition line. With both sides threatening the other, only a decisive attack can break the deadlock. The moment has arrived, the Emperor must commit the cavalry of the Guard. After recovering, the Danish brigades counter-attack on the left. Leading the way is Imperial and his lancers. He charges them head-on, routing their infantry, smashing their flank, and giving chase all the way to the river. Following this success, the artillery is moved to the top of the hill, where it begins to fire on the Allied lines. The rest of the Swedish troops managed to break through the French right flank and escape. But unbeknownst to the French, this was just part of the coalition army.
They dare to strike my guard? Then ride. Break them. Crush them. Let the earth tremble beneath you.
The heavy cavalry enters the Allied left flank, sweeping everything in its path and rescuing the old guard. Fueled by the cavalry's momentum, the right wing attacks with force. At the same time, Sith renews the attack on their rear, drawing reserves to himself. The entire army now crosses the river, uphill. Sluh'z leads the main assault from the front, sharing his soldiers' danger, and, now, their fate. A musket volley strikes, and the emperor falls, wounded. He is borne from the field of glory, as his army marches on to victory.